Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and so today this will be your tarot, your Spiritual Growth Tarot reading for the week of May 8th to the 14th, or Sunday to Saturday. But happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, Sunday. Sending you big hugs, lots and lots of love. So let me drop the camera down and we'll see what's in store for us this week. Okay, so I decided to use the Shamanic Healing Oracle, Michelle Matuza's deck. It comes in a really nice box. It's a wonderful deck if you like it. I think I found it actually just on Amazon. Yeah, I don't remember having to search for it much. Okay, so what is it that you guys need for this coming week? Especially knowing that we have that full moon lunar eclipse coming up and Mother's Day is here. Mother's Day weekend. So I'm going to do, like I did with my members only reading, I use a different deck, but I'm going to do 12 cards and do an overview for the whole week rather than the 2 for each day that I was doing before with the tarot. Okay, right there. Okay. Okay. Alright, and just in case, I'll take the 2 off the bottom. Okay. Oh, so we have teaching. I've always felt that the trees were the teachers of the forest. Okay, so we have teaching, duality, movement into balance, forgiveness, death, not real death, but big change. Oh, I have plenty of room. And transformation. How perfect that these come together. Right? Wow. Okay, so that's the top row. Bottom row is omens. Wow. Ooh, I love this. Omens, creativity, emotional release. Well, that's perfect with that full moon coming up in Scorpio. Ancient wisdom, struggle, and home. Oh, wow. Okay. So, grab a chopstick here. So with, hold on, let me settle in for a second. I mean, I can see the words, but I'm going to let go of the words and look at the images too. So I feel like there's a deeper awareness that's going to come through this week about relationship. And big changes and transformation, and it will be teaching us now also on another level. Nature will be teaching us, so keep your eyes open for birds that come to you, and then look them up online for the spirit animal medicine message. Like what do blue jays mean versus the heron? What does the hawk mean versus the falcon? Or if you see a big osprey or whatever. And the smaller birds too. What wisdom do the birds have to teach you? And, there's the moon right here, and there's the moon here. And I feel like there's some homecoming for us this week between opening our hearts to forgive. Maybe the forgiveness is even about someone who has crossed over, and maybe they crossed over before we could say we were sorry for something, or maybe we needed to be told that they were sorry. And it can very well be that the spiritual realm will be communicating. Your loved ones can be, well, let's imagine your mother crossed over and she never got to say to you how sorry she was, or she was afraid to say anything, or maybe she was out of it or in a lot of pain, or died suddenly. And those words were never said. There's some balance that's going to come together between the masculine and feminine within. So this could be either parent or any family member that crossed over, and they may be trying to get through and speak with you. And what a beautiful, beautiful experience when that happens, because it unleashes your creativity. We have the creativity card here in these 3 cups. So the abundance opens up. We have this movement into balance with emotional release. And that, when we have those big changes, that creates the transformation. That is exactly what the transformation's all about. I love this. We have the caterpillar. Oh, sorry about all the reflection up there. You can see the camera. But the caterpillar, look at that. Wow. These are jellyfish, I think. I could be wrong, but it looks like jellyfish to me. And this reminds me of Taurus, the Taurus symbol, and the North Node's in Taurus at this time. And Uranus is conjunct the North Node, and Uranus is all about freedom and liberation and waking up. You have to wake up and become aware before transformation can happen. And all of that struggle, we have the salmon going upstream. All of that struggle is not for naught. I mean, it's always the struggle to come back home to who you truly are and to do your transformational soul work is what it's all about. So hang in there. And on another level, it could be saying, you don't have to struggle so much. I mean, yeah, salmon do, but as humans, maybe we just need to keep our hearts open. And maybe the struggle releases as we let go of trying to work it so hard. But I love this teaching with nature, trees, omen, being in nature, and this omens card, and then this ancient wisdom that can come through. And I do feel that this has to do with our loved ones who have crossed over, our family who we have lost. So there may be this week a deeper. I don't have the grief card here. I have emotional release. So I feel like it has to do with some unification that comes through when we get out of this thinking that it has to be a certain way in order to have an emotional release. How about we just allow ourselves to flow with whatever's coming through, to be really present with our feelings in whatever way it's coming through. and be willing to forgive others and forgive ourselves, and not struggle with it so much, and that can be such a homecoming, because that's what it's all about, right? It's coming back home to yourself. That's why we're here every lifetime, is to try and heal those fragments that, soul fragment that we forgot, that we brought in to heal, and it was a part of us that forgot who we truly are. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have joy and self-love. So the more we work to love ourselves, the more joy will come through. That's fantastic. Beautiful. And with this creativity and teaching together here, I feel like this being in relationship with other people will help open up. And it might not happen when you're with them. It could happen later on when you're alone and you're integrating all the, because often sensitive, empathic people get their deeper work done alone after they've been with a lot of people. And then other times it happens with them. And then they, I think you guys could all relate to this, where you're with people that you love, or even you're having challenges with some people, but there's still some honest, loving confrontation that happens, or some open creativity. And then later on, you stabilize in a place where, like, there's integration that happens because of the contact with other people. And then you get back to balance. And if there was any problem, of course, you can release it and forgive. And then that's what contributes to the transformation and the coming back home to yourself. And on another level, if we're looking at this as just manifesting, and which I could use this other deck for that, but I'm feeling kind of guided that way with these cards here, because these two cards can be about letting nature teach you how to be more creative, and even to help you get out of duality, to get out of that either or, like it has to be this way, one way or the other, and open up to the and. And from there's that movement into balance. And maybe you're creating works of art that help other people more deeply feel their feelings, and that there's an emotional release. Now, for darn sure, the oops, almost knocked over a little trash can here. For darn sure, this is the full moon, the full moon lunar eclipse that's happening on next Sunday. And that reading will be released on Saturday as well. I already have it uploaded. So it's when you get this reading, that other astrology reading is there as well. So make sure that you listen to that, because I guess there's a few things that I wanted to add to that video after I got done. I realized, you know what, I didn't give, so I'll do it with the next one the next week, because these are big transits that are lasting a long time. But with the full moon lunar eclipse, there will be emotional release, and it's at 25 degrees Scorpio, so wherever that is in your chart, that house in your astrology chart will be the area of life that you'll have that biggest release. And I think it'll be on the creative levels. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that when I do the next one, I'll talk more about, so I'm using this deck here, Moonology Manifestation Oracle Cards by Yasmin Boland. So, but anyway, when I do the next one, I will give more voice to Venus in Aries, and Venus, the ruler of Taurus, which is the North Node, and Uranus is in Taurus. And that, I later on heard the words self-preservation. So there can be some boundaries drawn, some self-preservation type of work if you're in any type of a narcissistic relationship, or even semi-narcissistic, and you guys are trying to work it out. Or if the narcissist is not trying to work on it, if you're in a narcissistic relationship with someone, if you're an empath in relationship with a narcissist, and they're not in therapy and they're not getting help, then your life lessons will be around setting boundaries with them and eventually getting away from them, because it's not going to go well. But you're going to learn about self-preservation. And with empathy, with the Piscean empathy that we can all be feeling nowadays to the max, because we have to remember, we had that stellium in Pisces, and what's going on there, that could bring in that victimhood, like thinking, oh, if I just love them better, if I'm more loving, then they'll treat me the right way and they'll be loving. It doesn't work that way. Either they have the capacity, either they're empathic themselves, have empathy and love and kindness themselves, and there's lots of room for you to just be yourself and you guys, you grow, or not. Those are the relationships that are meant to just come together for a while so that you can heal a part that helps you set a stronger boundary in the future. So, but I'll go into that more next week. Okay, so new moon in Aries. Well, it's not a new moon in Aries, but let's just go with the message here. Aries, well, this definitely speaks to Venus and Chiron in Aries, and Jupiter moves into Aries towards the end of the week. I think Thursday. It's either Thursday or Friday. I think it's Thursday. And Pisces I was speaking to, well, this card says forgive. So I feel like it's forgiving yourself. And then Libra, well, the message, it's not the new moon in Libra, but we will have the moon. So this next week, the moon's going to go from Leo all the way through, I remember we started off, because I always pay attention to that, like what signs is the moon going to transit through, because it takes about 2 to 2.5 days to make it through each sign. And I remembered last week it ended up ending in like a late degree, I think 29 degrees Cancer. So it went, for this next week, I remember it went from Leo to Scorpio, of course. So this makes sense. And know that you are loved. Well, you have to love yourself before the rest of the world will mirror enough of that back to you. And then with Taurian energy, the message here says to be proud of yourself. Yeah, so pat yourself on the back. Oh, we're not going to have a full moon in Leo. It says go wild. But hey, how about you go wild this week for forgiving yourself? Forgive others, but how about moving towards a relationship where you can forgive the past, forgive yourself, love others, know that you're loved, pat yourself on the back for all of that work, and then open your heart to the most wild degree you've ever opened before. How about we feel our wild selves? We have these 2 fire signs here. Lovely. Okay, well, that's it, you guys. Take good care. Let me know how you're doing. Okay, bye.